covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores. Now, Football Friday, brought to you by Alabama Credit Union.
All right, hey everybody, and welcome in to week number 5 of WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Visit alabamacu.com to learn more. Alabama Credit Union, loans for real life. Well, a lot of bye weeks for local teams tonight. Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa County High, American Christian Academy, and Holt among those not playing this evening. But still, we have highlights from 11 high school football games for you tonight. And let's get it started with our game of the week. Class 6A 5-0 Northridge traveling up Highway 82 to Pickens County to take on Class 4A 5-0 Gordo. This game being played in reform at Pickens County High School. Let's get to the highlights and show you how this one went down. A sinkhole at Gordo's Field is why they're playing at Pickens County this year, but they were fired up. They had the smoke. What a game. Northridge looking to strike first. Colin Shelnut looking to scramble, but he's lit up by J.T. Billups. Boom! Time. Clean tackle with the shoulder. That's what you call a big-time lick. Second quarter, though. Here comes Shelnut, handing off to Lyric Street. Boy, Northridge has got some kind of running game. He takes a defender with him into the end zone. Northridge goes up 7-0. Next possession, it's Street again as he comes back for seconds. That is a touchdown as well. And Northridge extends its lead to 14-0. And as we check out the final, what a big win for the Jags. They win it 17-13. They hang on. I know they're 6A. I know Gordo's 4A, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about classification. When you go on the road and you beat Gordo, you've done something. And, of course, for the Green Wave, doesn't affect them at all in their region or their classification. But for Northridge, a big win. They're 6-0 and ready for the stretch run in Class 6A Region 4. All right, while Gordo and Northridge were playing at Pickens County High School, the Tornadoes were in Aliceville to play the Yellow Jackets. Early in the first, Yellow Jackets quarterback Tajarian Williams found Jeremiah Brua for a long reception down to the 30-yard line, but Aliceville would not be able to strike. No points on the drive. This was a defensive game on the ensuing drive. Javion Bell finds Kajavian Bird, giving Pickens County a 1st and goal from the 8. And on the very next play, it's Javion Bell again who finds the end zone on an 8-yard quarterback keeper. Tornadoes go for 2 and make it. They're up 8-0. Later in the second quarter, Aliceville recovered a fumble from the Tornadoes right there as Warner gets on top of it. But Pickens County hangs on as we check out the final tonight. It is Pickens County winning at Aliceville. Big win for the Tornadoes over the Yellow Jackets. 8-6 the final. Big time rivalry. Central hosting Paul Bryant. This is a City of Tuscaloosa battle. What a beautiful night at Falcon Field. Bad snap. And Peyton Batchelor can't handle it. Bryant eventually lands on top of it, and the Stampede takes advantage. Cameron Ellis to Luther Watkins. Bryant goes up over the Falcons 6-0. And watch this extra point situation. They fake it, but the Falcons aren't fooled. Stephen Hodges eliminates the fake right there. Later in the first quarter, Batchelor looking to pass, and he gets drilled by Matthew Porter. And Porter does a little celebrating right there, the old dog crawl. Second quarter, Tobias Burrell uses his feet, cuts back, and then picks up a 1st down. That would lead to points for Bryant. And the Stampede tonight picks up its first win of the season as we check out the final. Big win for Bryant over Central tonight, 6A versus 5A, but I guarantee you that's a big win for Eldrick Hill's team over Rodney Bivens' team tonight, 30-0 the final. Stop number 4 at Tuscaloosa Academy as the Knights played host to Escambia Academy. Escambia Academy led 14-7 at the half, but TA wanting to make a comeback. And with runs like that, you can get yourself back in the ball game in a hurry. Next play, Whit Winfield to Jack Standifer. This is a combination passing and catching that's been burning people all year. That's a big 1st down. In the red zone, though, the Escambia Academy defense holds firm, and they do not allow the Knights to get points. Fourth quarter, Bubba Nettles gets the carry for the visitors, and he is cutting back and taking it to the house. 47 yards. Escambia goes up 21-7 after the big run, and they go on to beat TA tonight here in Tuscaloosa, 28-13, the final score. Well, still to come here on WVOA 23's Football Friday. Class 6A unbeaten Mountain Brook traveled to Alabaster to take on Class 7A unbeaten Thompson. Highlights are on the way, but first, it was homecoming this evening at Hale County as the Wildcats face Sulligent. We'll have the action for you next here on Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union.
We're the Hillcrest High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
And thank you, Hillcrest cheerleaders, for welcoming us back into Football Friday. Our cheerleaders are brought to you each week by Pool and Patio Center. I'm Gary Harris, and we appreciate the cheerleaders, and we appreciate Pool and Patio Center. Homecoming tonight at Hale County. Let's take you down to Moundville for their game against the Sulligent Blue Devils. The Wildcats enjoying the homecoming festivities and ready to go tonight. With 2 minutes left in the first quarter, it's the Wildcats. Wow, what a grab. Matthew Schwartz to Jamarion Ryans. And I'm going to tell you something, Jamarion, that'll get the colleges looking at you, my friend. What a grab. The bomb delivers the touchdowns. And then it's Schwartz to Xavier Carlisle in the second quarter as he makes a run up the sideline. And that led to a touchdown by Ty Gardner. And Hale County was going to celebrate homecoming in a big way tonight. The Blue Devils tried to make a comeback in the first half, but it was no go. And it's Hale County tonight celebrating with a big homecoming victory over Sulligent, 34-7, the final score tonight. The Berry Wildcats hosting Lamar County. The Bulldogs going over to Fayette County to play Berry. Berry with the first strike as they just push it in from a couple of yards out there. That's power football. And then the miscue by Lamar County on the field goal. It's blocked, and Jonathan Locke scoops it up and takes it downfield. But on the next play, Isaiah Kazire hands it off to Deacon Nichols, and he drops it. Jace Heathcock recovers it. Just more big plays in this one. Tyler Lawler there, getting it back into Lamar County territory, and after all this chaos, it's Jermichael Cribbs taking it to the crib, 7-6 at the half. But the home team, with big plays like that on defense, my gosh, get after him, fella. Berry wins it tonight, 26-13, the final score. Well, after losing to American Christian last week, Bibb County looked to bounce back tonight at home against Andalusia, and you see they came out fired up and ready to go, but Andalusia was having none of it. They started hot from the get-go. Josh Gurley punches it across, 7-0. The visitors go on top down in Centerville. On the next Bulldog possession here in the second quarter, it's Josh Gurley again, 14-0 for the Bulldogs. The Choctaws trying to get it going as they try for the big play, but it is picked off by Dylan Williams. Bibb County just couldn't get it going for the second week in a row. They go down. Let's check out the final. And the Choctaws go down hard. That should be reversed. That should be reversed. That is my mistake. Andalusia wins. We'll fix that. Andalusia wins over Bibb County, 31-0. It's reversed from what it says on the scoreboard. Andalusia gets the win tonight, 31-0. Well, the Dora Bulldogs at the corner Yellow Jackets. It's called the County Line Clash. 8 miles separate Dora and Corner. Corner started hot in this one tonight. Our Keith Dobbins on hand for the highlights. Tommy Reed is going to just keep the legs driving. That's why they tell you, keep those legs moving. He picks up 13 yards and a first down. A few plays later, Cole Huddleston, he does the same thing, just running over would-be tacklers for the touchdown. Corner up 6 in the second quarter now. Corner again in scoring position, and quarterback Colin Daniel calls his own number. Good move, 12-0. Corner on top. Dora trying to get going here on fourth down. They go for it, try a little trickery, but the corner defense is up to the challenge, and they get the stop. And then Corner on offense, talking about trickery. Our Keith Dobbins is a top-notch photographer, but even he gets fooled occasionally. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes, and there it goes. Pull that camera around. Touchdown, corner up 20-0 as we check out the final. They get the victory tonight, 27-13 over Dora. Well, still to come on this edition of Football Friday, our complete scoreboard and our band of the week. But next, a battle of unbeatens as Class 7A top-ranked and defending state champion Thompson welcome Class 6A unbeaten Mountain Brook to Alabaster this evening. We'll have the highlights for you next here on Football Friday.
We are the Pickens County cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday.
All right, here's that corrected score. That is my mistake initially, and we said it right. We had the highlights right, but we want to make sure there's no confusion. Andalusia drives up to Bibb County tonight in Centerville and gets the win, 31-0. Welcome back into Football Friday. Thanks to the Pickens Academy cheerleaders for bringing us back as well. Former Class 7A Mountain Brook now in Class 6A. And 5-0 in the season, but they had their hands full tonight. They paid a visit to Class 7A top-ranked Thompson this evening. Thompson, the defending 7A champion. Let's take you over to Alabaster. And Mountain Brook having a great year, homecoming tonight at Thompson. And there is the pretty homecoming queen. She's masked up. And here comes Mountain Brook trying to get something going, but man, that Thompson D is ferocious. Jeremiah Alexander, he's one of the top juniors in the state, and you see why right there. Thompson defense gets the stop. The Warriors offense takes advantage. Jared Crockett takes the handoff. He's into the end zone, 30-yard touchdown. Extra point makes it 7-0 Warriors. Warriors get the ball back. First play of the next series, Connor Hale. Look at this arm. Man, is that a tight spiral or what? In stride, he hits Ryan Pickens for the touchdown. Man, that is beautiful football right there. Thompson continues to dominate on both sides of the ball. Alexander's a one-man gang. He jumps on the loose football there inside the 5, and 3 plays later, Harrell is going to hit Zach Johnson for the touchdown. Mountain Brook will get back to 6A action, and they'll be fine, but they ran into a buzzsaw tonight in Alabaster as Thompson, man, they want to repeat as 7A champions. They look really strong. 31-0 the final tonight. All right, heck of a matchup as Hoover hosted Prattville. 7A top 10 battle. Number 2 Hoover hosting 6th-ranked Prattville Lions. Only 20 seconds to halftime, and the Bucks headed off to powerful Jalen Taylor, who drags a Prattville defender into the end zone. Hoover leads at the break 14-6. Fourth quarter now. Hoover defense had been dominating all night, and it's Taylor again, just pummeling his way into the end zone. Bucks up 21-6. Third and go now from the 11, and Josh Lundy throwing to the end zone and hitting Malik Thomas for 6. Hoover pulls away to win it, 28-6, the final score in that game. 4-0 Ramsey hosting 4-1 Pinson Valley tonight. Game was at Legion Field, and this was a doozy. Pinson quarterback Zach Pyron looks long, but he's picked off by Ramsey's Byron Kennard. A lot of people still doubt Ramsey. They wanted to prove tonight against Pinson Valley that they were the real deal. But Ramsey quarterback Cameron Ivory finds Cameron Thomas wide open for 6. Later, it's Pinson Valley. Pyron throws a strike to Jaquel Fells, and that is a touchdown. What a beautiful throw and catch right there. The PAT, though, was no good. This is in the final seconds. That's the difference in the game. Oh, my gosh, place kicking can kill you. Ramsey wins it 14-13 on a missed point after touchdown. Ouch for Pinson Valley tonight. Well, still to come here on Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union. Alabama football team is in Columbia, Missouri this evening. As the SEC football season will finally kick off on Saturday, we'll have the latest. But first, we'll bring you all the other scores from tonight on our Football Friday high school scoreboard. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this timeout. Thanks to the Sipsey Valley High School Marching Band for providing that entertainment. They're our band of the week. And welcome back to Football Friday on WVUA 23. It's time now to check in on some area scores from all across Alabama. So let's turn our attention to the complete Football Friday scoreboard and run them down for you. Brookwood gets the forfeit victory tonight. Sipsey Valley not able to play, so Brookwood picks up a forfeit victory 1-0 over the Bears. Fayette County goes to South Lamar. Big win for Walden Tucker's team. They win at 36-12. Other finals tonight. Demopolis hangs on and wins a tough one against Jasper at home, 13-7. And look at this. Tuscaloosa Christian on the road at Tabernacle Christian in Gardendale. That's the correct score. Over 100 points scored, 64-55 Tabernacle over Tuscaloosa Christian. Hubbardville wins at Hackleburg. Big win for Hubbardville, 42-14. And Haleyville takes down Phil Campbell, 38-21. It was Walter Welborn going all the way across the state from Anniston to Hamilton, and it was worth their while, 55-7. Winston County wins at Curry, 36-0. Sidney Lanier at Bessemer City. Sidney Lanier comes up from Montgomery and gets the win, 12-7. Athens wins a shootout over Hueytown, 49-40 the final. Look at that defense. Hewitt-Trussville 3-0 over Huffman. What a old school slobber knocker that one was. Gardendale beats Shades Valley tonight, 41-26. James Clemens over Briarwood Christian, 41-21. Pelham takes down Chelsea, 47-28. Marengo gets a forfeit win over A.L. Johnson, and Leroy tops Sweetwater, 29-20. Well, that's going to do it for our high school coverage, but Football Friday isn't over, not by a long shot. Coming up, Alabama starting quarterback Mac Jones is in his 4th year in the program, and he says that experience has helped him gain maturity. I'll have the story next on WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by Alabama Credit Union.
We're the Northside High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
Thanks, Northside Rams cheerleaders. Welcome back into Football Friday. I'm Gary Harris. Let's keep it going now with college football. It's about time, isn't it? SEC football is back. Alabama departed for Columbia, Missouri this afternoon. Offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian, one of the first people to get on the bus for the trip to the airport. These guys are wearing masks, but I know who they are. You can't hide from me when you're that big. Landon Dickerson, Alex Leatherwood, and then there's Miller Forrestall, all masking up. Dylan Moses, you know he can't wait to play tomorrow night after missing all of last season. And Najee Harris is ready to roll. He's an All-American candidate at running back. Jalen Waddle, too. There's Waddle right there, not a more explosive player in the country. But the buses don't roll until the man, Nick Saban, accompanied by Director of Football Ops Ellis Ponder, gets on the bus. And then watch Ponder kind of give him the little sign. Okay, we can get ready to go now. Saban's on the bus. The Tide's in Columbia, ready for a 6 o'clock kick tomorrow night on ESPN. Well, Alabama released its first and only depth chart of the 2020 season on Monday, and redshirt junior Mac Jones was listed as the Crimson Tide starting quarterback ahead of the first game. The redshirt junior from Jacksonville, Florida, stepped in late last season for the injured Tua Tagovailoa and won over the coaches and his teammates with a spirited play and confidence under center. Now he's in his 4th year in the program and says that with experience comes maturity.
I've definitely matured a lot. I've learned from a lot of great people. Coach Saban's obviously been a big part of that. Just watching him coach me and taking what he says and applying it to my life. And obviously my teammates, just learning from them and watching the older guys when I was younger. And now that I'm sort of an older guy now, just trying to set the example that I can for the younger guys.
Well, as if the year 2020 couldn't pose any more challenges for a first-year head football coach in the SEC, already facing an uphill battle amidst a pandemic-shortened offseason, Missouri head coach Eli Drinkwitz now has to prepare to play a schedule solely comprised of Southeastern Conference opponents, facing some of the best competition in the country, and it begins tomorrow night at home against second-ranked Alabama.
Obviously, this is a team that competes for national championships. I think they're ranked number 2 in the country, which, in my opinion, is probably too low. It's going to be a great opportunity to see where we're at and where we have to be in order to compete in the future. And I, for one, and our coaching staff, and I know the senior leadership and the captains on this football team are excited about the opportunity to compete, and we're excited about the test that it's going to be.
All right, we're excited too. That's going to do it for week number 5 of Football Friday here on WVUA 23. Thanks to Alabama Credit Union for bringing us the show, and also to Pool and Patio Center for their support. In the morning, At 11 a.m., it's the 2020 debut of Crimson Tide Kickoff right here on WVUA 23. Full Alabama-Missouri preview and also feature stories and more coming up at 11 a.m. You want to make sure and join us. And for all your weekend sports, join William Galloway tomorrow night and Sunday night on WVUA 23 News at 10. I'm Gary Harris. For all of us here at Football Friday, have a great weekend and watch these names as they roll on your screen because we couldn't do the show without them. I'll see you in the morning at 11 a.m. on Crimson Tide Kickoff.